very first thing I'd want to talk about today is the story of the day, which is that
Fernando
now.
Tatis.
Okay.
Okay, because I know where you were going to go. I know you were going to say college football, what's being canceled, what's not being canceled. The MAC started this whole thing. UConn started this thing. Now you got players wanting to play. I get it. Okay, understandable. Things will change by the time we finish recording this podcast, probably. So the reason I yell Fernando Tatis is, when was the last time a San Diego athlete got so much coverage from ESPN? That's why I bring it up. Not necessarily a San Diego athlete, but just a kid on the Padres, dude. Like a Padre player getting ESPN cover story with ESPN videos, with long-form interviews. That's just something that never, ever, ever happens for the Padres. So I thought you would start there, but I get where you were going.
Well, let me tell you something. I mean, if we're talking about being most current, what's going on right now, college football is falling apart. Okay.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, I like where your head's at. The Padres took 2 out of 3 this past weekend from Arizona. The Dodgers were also victorious in their series, taking 2 out of 3 against San Francisco. And now 4 straight games starting tonight between the Padres and the Dodgers in LA. And the Padres pull into town with the most home runs in baseball.
Yeah.
With a 21-year-old swaggy shortstop who's leading the league with 8 home runs.
Yep.
He's not 6'5", 250. He's 6'3",
6'4".
200. Yeah, I mean, he's tall and athletic. He's not big and bulky. He's not Barry Bonds home run hitter. And okay, Alex, I'm glad you started us off with this because I
get it though. I do understand the thing about college football. It's the biggest story in the country. That's hands down the impending doom. I think the 3 of us can probably assume that that's just not looking likely. Like, it's just not. But for me personally, when I woke up this morning, I see Jeff Passan tweet this video out and then this story out. It just kind of got me really excited, especially after the weekend he had personally.
Dude, the guy was on fire. I want to say in his last 12 at bats, he's hitting 500. He's got like 4 home runs in the last 3 games, something crazy like this. Even he's so on fire, this kid, and he's so electric, this kid, that he's going to have a guy like Machado break out and have games like he had yesterday where he hits 2 home runs. I got to say, last year at the beginning of the season, when there was all this talk about should they bring him up? Should they worry about his service time? How much longer will they have him if they just wait a few weeks? And I railed and railed on the radio. By the way, just so we're all clear, that was probably March of 19, don't you think? Like they were in spring training, March of 19. March of 19, I'm railing away on the radio. You don't worry about service time. You have a young up-and-coming star. You get him up here. And by the way, I will say that I've been critical of A.J. Preller, and they still haven't won. But wait, this is the move of his career. I mean, getting Fernando Tatis, that ESPN is touting as the best player in baseball. Nobody was talking about Fernando Tatis 2 weeks ago. They were saying Mookie Betts, Bellinger, or Trout. I mean, the best baseball players are between the Dodgers and the Angels. All of a sudden, the Padres have the number 1 statistical player in baseball today, and they're getting a ton of national publicity. So I understand why you wanted to start here. Now here's the big question. You ready?
Question.
When they play tonight, Padres, Dodgers, 4 games. They were very close when the Dodgers took 2 out of 3. Play it at the plate. That's the difference. What happens? Will the Padres go to LA and say, hey, we're for real. We're not just this cute team with this really great player with some flashy hair and some big home runs, or are the Padres for real? Big Brown, get in here.
I was a play at the plate away for being 2 out of 3 like I predicted. And now I'm going to go 3 out of 4 this time around. Yeah, listen, I'm not surprised by the coverage of Tatis. I'm surprised it took this long. There were rumbles of about last year, but it didn't blow up to the surface because after the All-Star game, they began to tail off. He should have been Rookie of the Year, but the cat from the Mets was hitting so many home runs, and when you're in New York, you get the pub because you're in New York City. The dude is good. The dude is next level good. He's Mike Trout good. He's Mookie Betts good. And when you're leading the league statistically in the things that he's leading the league, you should be getting this pub. This is why it was so important for him to get to the big leagues immediately. And this is what I've been saying. I will keep saying this until I'm blue in the face. They should do this with these other guys who they have in the minors, who they think are good. Gore, all these pitchers that they say they got, bring them up. Bring them up. No time better than the present. It's a 60-game season. Let's make the best out of this while you're in contention. And by the way, because I don't want to take the spotlight off of Tatis because he deserves it because he's balling. What's up with Will Myers? Y'all see Big Will? Y'all see Big Willie's now? No. Getting jiggy with it. Y'all see Big Willie? Y'all see Will Power? Y'all see Will Power?
Don't do that, man. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Nah. Getting jiggy with it. What y'all got problem? Will Power.